live. The session is getting live streamed on YouTube. If you want your friends, parents, etc., to be participating in this, it's on the ThinkStartup channel, and I'll share the link. If you want to share this with your teachers, you can share this. I'm just waiting for my host. I think many of you have met Siddharth, sir. How many of you have met Siddharth?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, he was like from the starting of this.
Yes.
We have in the youth ideathon and then in this hackathon.
Yes, Siddharth, sir. I said.
Hello, everyone. Hello, students. How are you?
Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I can see almost.
Good
I
evening,
can see
sir.
almost.
Good evening, sir.
I can see almost 100 participants here. Nice.
Fantastic.
Good turn-ups.
More people now in the room.
Right.
Great, right? We are crossing 100 now. And before I go further, anyone who wants to tell us what is this, right?
Sir, can I tell you?
Sorry?
Sir, my name is Yani Mehta. I'm from the Untitled School. Can I say about it?
Of course.
Sir, actually, this program is for the like we have to be in teams and we have to discuss, and we will be given some business-related problems, and we have to find the solutions together. And then on the basis of that, the good solution one will get the award.
Sorry. So award is important, right?
No, sir, not the award, but the main motto of this is that the children have to think about these things. So,
Fantastic. I'm also.
Sir, can I?
Let me, sir, add a question.
Ashutosh, are you there? I can see Ashutosh. Right. Okay. Who wanted to? I heard Riptesh's.
Sir, Nandakishore, sir.
Please tell.
Sir, when a brother he had told about that the sponsor is some teeth related, and you shared the story of your teeth being knocked off. According to me, it will be like we have to make some a prototype of our teeth.
Of a teeth. Okay.
Yes.
And how do you make prototype of a teeth?
Using peanuts. Using peanuts.
Using peanuts. ये भी अच्छा यार. Okay, I really.
Correct idea, sir.
Okay. Any other thing? What is? First, tell me what is hackathon. And anyone who has to speak has to raise the hand. Then I can pick you up. I need to see what is a hackathon. Boys and girls, okay. Vignesh and then Sahaj Preet.
surname?
Sir, I had a question now. Query.
First, Vignesh.
Sir, hackathon is something when you think something out of our mind.
You have to say speak something from our mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ayush, tell me.
Yes, sir, it is an event in which a very large number of people meet to engage in the collaborating with the computer programming.
Fantastic. I really like Ayush.
90 messages.
You're making so much sense. Kriday Sharma. Kriday.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Siddharth, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Listen, boys and girls, I need one. Sorry, I'm doing this. I hate to be doing. I'm going to put everyone on mute, and all the hands which are raised, I'll unmute you, and then you will speak. All right? Okay. Mute all. Done. And Kriday, please speak.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Siddharth, sir. Good evening, ma'am. So basically, a hackathon is made of two terms. One is marathon and one is hack. So from there comes the term hackathon. So hackathon is basically a marathon of code. So like this is kind of a marathon in which many teams from all across India will be giving in their code related to a project. So the specific theme of this is health. So we will be like finding a solution or innovating some solutions related to healthcare problems.
Awesome. Kriday, what school do you go?
Sir, I study in St. Mark's Senior Secondary Public School, Mirabag, New Delhi.
Fantastic. And what grade are you in?
Sir, I'm in grade 7th.
Awesome. You were talking like grade 7 of college.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, there's no grade 7 in college, which means PhD. Okay.
Absolutely.
Shwetna Borupalli, so over to you. Please unmute and speak.
Yes, sir. So, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, good evening, sir. Shivesh, sir, and Siddhartha, sir, and Priyanka, ma'am. The hackathon means an event which is held where many people gather, and
Okay, Shwetna, we are losing you, but that's fine. I think I understood the first part. Great. Who should I? Jinal Pipalia. Jinal, unmute and speak.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good morning, sir, and good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, sorry. Good evening.
Hackathon, there is no good morning, no good evening, no good afternoon. It's always we are at work. So thanks, Jinal. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, in my thoughts, hackathon is a thing in which we have to answer out of the box questions. We have to think out of the box.
Out of box, so very important, and I really like that, this OOB, out of box, right? How many of you are inside the box? Nilesh, what is out of the box? Unmute and speak.
Sir, out of the box, I think like something which is like mind blowing. It is around us, but like it's mind blowing. It like someone just sees it, so his mind is blown. Oh my God, this also exists.
Okay, very good. Just give me a second. Siddharth, can you manage? I'll just check with Ashutosh if he's joined, and I can see one Ashutosh, but I just want to be very sure.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take one or two more raise of hands. Okay. So I go to Anshuman Mishra. Anshuman, can you please
yes.
What is hackathon in your opinion?
Sir, basically hackathon, it means that when you are using your full potential of your brain and just take out the solution of a problem.
That's a part of it. Yes, definitely. Amazing. And one last, I'll go to, who is that lucky chap? Okay, Pranjal Agarwal.
Thank you, sir. So I believe that a hackathon is when we have to intensively research and find a solution of a particular problem in a short period of time. Like this one, we have got the challenge we'll be getting, in fact, today, and we have to send the solutions tomorrow 2 p.m. So that would be called a hackathon.
Okay. So the timings are not yet officially announced to you. So let's not create a confusion here. But definitely you will be announced about the flow, about how this hackathon is going to proceed. Now, one last kind of a question, which means anyone can unmute and answer. Okay.
Not just a moment. Ruby, can you put on the camera? I'll put the spotlight if it is possible. She's there. And Ashutosh also.
Priyanka Goyat is also there.
Yeah, she's there. She's on. She's already there. So add spotlight. Hi, Ruby.
Hi, Shivesh.
Hi. And I'm just trying to establish connection with Ashutosh from IIT Delhi. Right. So yeah, Siddharth, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. So we have really amazing guests here, which you will be introduced to in a very short while. Okay. But before that, yes, can anyone say what this is a hackathon? Now it's very clear to all of you, and you guys have registered in teams, right? And I believe all of your team members are here. Okay. Now I have shared a link also in the chat box for you guys to join the WhatsApp group, because all the updates regarding how this hackathon is going to proceed and the links to kind of submit your submissions, all will be shared in that particular WhatsApp group itself. So it's in the chat box. You can go there and you can get added if you haven't been added already. Okay. Now, what kind of a hackathon this is? Can anyone just spot on? I mean, it means right out there.
Sir, may I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it will be related to global problems, because an NGO normally comes from people's perspective, I think.
Not exactly, but thank you. It was a good
Basically,
side.
incorporating health and technology together.
Yes, sir.
It's a hackathon, so I think programming should be there.
Okay.
It will be related to
health and tech.
hackathon. Sir, I guess it will be related to dental healthcare.
Okay. So everyone, I think we got the answers from two people here. It's a health hackathon. Okay, it's a health tech hackathon. Yes, sir.
Mr. Ashutosh Kumar is there. Ashutosh, can you
Right.
switch on the video such that I could put a spotlight on you?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me? All of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Siddharth, can you see Mr. Ashutosh Kumar?
Yeah, I can. So I have requested him to. I think he has some problem joining. He has I'm just accepting his request once more.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him join, and then I think we are good to go.
Got it.
Good afternoon. I guess you should be able to hear me by now.
Yes. Hello, sir.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's great to see so many young bright minds together in one panel. Yeah.
Great. So Siddharth, over to you. We can get started.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So for the two students who actually, who actually had shared that this is actually a health tech hackathon, congratulations. You guys are right spot on what this hackathon is all about. Okay. And trust me, the next 1 hour is very crucial because you all will be briefed about, how this hackathon is going to proceed. What is that amazing organization who has associated with us is here, and all the amazing dignitaries and the chief guests and the people, of the entrepreneurial ecosystem. They are here and you'll get to interact with them as well. So I want your undivided attention for the next one hour from all the participants of this hackathon. So can I expect this, guys?
Sure, yes, sir. Sure.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, sir.
Definitely.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So I think I think the best way. I think the best. Before I start, I think let's all please be on mute so that we don't have any external disturbances.
Anyone who's going on, I'll put mute all and then.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, just.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
You're on mute, Siddharth.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. I think all of you. I think the best way to start a very exciting health tech hackathon is to actually let the speakers, let the chief guests, let the people who actually have done great things in their life, who are actually out there building things, changing the world for what it is, whether it's healthcare, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's community building, whether it's helping entrepreneurs grow. I think let's give them the chance to speak to all of you. So would you all love that? Can I see a raise of hands or a like? 12, 17. Okay, there are 114 participants here. I want to see at least 80 plus. Amazing. Go ahead. Amazing. So wonderful crowd. Okay, so guys, now let me just share a screen for some time so that you all have a brief overview of what this hackathon is all about. And then we will actually have a round of kick off the keynote speaking by all the chief guests here. So let me just share the screen for a bit. Yes. Okay. So guys, welcome all of you to ThinkStartup's HealthTech Hackathon, powered by Rejove Aligners, and also a special mention to the ecosystem partner She at Work. Okay, so this is absolutely a health tech hackathon, as pointed out by means all of you, for which we had such a great round of enrollments from schools, from students from different backgrounds, from different classes, and from different schools. And we really want to firstly congratulate all of you for actually taking the first step to learning, to building, and to also, going through a very exciting and exclusive experience in this coming one day, right? So starting right now and tomorrow as well. Okay, so I think the best way to start about this particular hackathon is to give someone really special an opportunity to speak. And let me introduce all of you to him. Okay, so I welcome Mr. Ashutosh. Hello, sir. So just a brief overview about Mr. Ashutosh here. So basically, Mr. Ashutosh was previously a CEO, ACIC, under the aegis of the Atal Innovation Mission, right? And right now he actually manages, he has been appointed, and he actually manages the IIT, DMI's IIT-D's incubation kind of center. Sir, if I'm not wrong, right? Okay. And just a brief means overview about what what sir do and what does the incubation center does. So basically, the main goal of the center is to nurture entrepreneurship, and the best way to do is to make successful entrepreneurs. As their success, definitely it encourages a lot of other entrepreneurs here as well, right? And yes, he actually mentors a lot of startups. He actually has an experience of managing different teams and different organizations kind of previously as well. And we are really excited to have him on board here. So, sir, it's all over to you. I think we have a very exciting young bunch of school kids here. So I think the next 7 to 8 minutes is over to you to address these school kids and get them excited about the journey they are going to venture into, sir.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction, and thanks again for having me here. So I'll start by sharing my journey. In fact, I started tinkering with ideas while I was still in school and college, and it's been a long, mad journey. And for a school kid or for somebody who's going to college, it's the best time to start up. I mean, we have never been so lucky to have a support system where young minds are encouraged to try new things and to disrupt and to improve existing ecosystem and facilities. A lot of times we don't need to invent really new things, possibly in a hackathon or when you get such a platform. I mean, one must not try to, take a rocket to Mars. There are so many existing problems in the society, in the country, all around us. And if we try to think of it from a user perspective, if we try to find a solution to it, possibly you will have many ideas, many projects to work on. Many of them would go on to become investable as well. And who knows, it could scale and it could become the next big thing. So while you're looking at ideas and it's sort of tough to find which is the best idea to work on, look at the biggest problems around you. And possibly, in the biggest problems, biggest opportunities exist. So whether it is in vaccination or distribution, or if you go to government and public healthcare centers, you might not like the experience you have, and all these are problems in diagnostics, in delivery, in possibly digitization of healthcare, in the customer experience, or whatever you think is you don't like, or possibly it's missing. If instead of a critic's view, if you look at it from a solutionering point of view, I mean, you will find the biggest gaps, and you will be able to work on something which would not only help the existing infrastructure and ecosystem, but I mean, you can create a great venture, and almost all great ventures start like this, and with a very small idea, and yes, they keep building upon it. Obviously, you're lucky to have such a great panel of advisors and mentors to help you with. And I would just want to share something. So a couple of things I was working on while not in school, but for sure in college. And I'm sure there are other people here who will take you through the journey and tell you more about design thinking and human-centered design innovation. And so there's this problem that was long existing, that was about MRI rooms. How many of you, I'm not sure if, how many of you ever been to a doctor for some sort of a surgery? Or maybe your mom, or maybe your dad, or maybe your grandmom or granddad. How many of you, any one of your family members, if they ever had surgery? Yeah. Nilesh says recently. And any one of you, have you been to an MRI room? Do you know what it looks like? Yeah, Stones. Yeah, so for sure they must have. And the biggest problem with MRI rooms was that, I mean, obviously there were big machines there, and they used to make a lot of noise. And when you take young kids there, they used to panic. And when you're taking an MRI image, the patient has to be very calm and still. But I mean, if you take a young boy, young girl there, I mean, they become restless. The problem with that is that the right image will not be taken, and then, you know, it might not result in the best diagnosis of the problem. So what, you know, young mind did, and possibly then later on the bigger corporations, Dell and like others, started working on it. If I can be allowed to share my screen for a minute, I can show you what kind of solution. Thank you. So yeah. Okay. So is my screen visible to you?
Yes, yes.
Are you able to see this colorful room?
Yes.
So this was a beautiful idea. And I mean, some kids designed it. And obviously then it was done at a scalable way. And then most of the MRI rooms now globally look like this. So that even if you take a small boy or girl there, I mean, they are more, distracted about the surroundings and the imagery there. And they're not so frightened and afraid of the doctor or the technician there. They're calm. They let them take the image, which is resulting in better diagnostics. So they're not essentially inventing a new machine here, but because of their wonderful thought process, one big problem has been solved. So similarly, I had the opportunity of working with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation on a vaccination project, and a lot of people, still there are a lot of diseases for which vaccines and medicines are available for free. That is tuberculosis, obviously polio, and like many other diseases which should have been long abolished. Now, theoretically, the medicines and vaccines are available for free, so we should not be having a problem. But then why are people not taking it? Yeah. So distribution and acceptability of that was also a problem. We started working on it, and I'll let you what it came down to the uniform of people who were distributing it, and we were able to make a high-tech carry backpack for them, so that once you open it, it looks like a fancy high-tech thing. And then people who were receiving it felt like something really important is being given to them. So that increased the acceptability from 70% to more than 90%. So a lot of times in healthcare, it's much more about accessibility and not just about affordability. And yeah, in the view of the pandemic, a lot of gaps have been exposed. And I guess many of you would be now aware about bigger problems in our healthcare infrastructure and the way we all receive healthcare services. And I'm sure when you look at it from your innovative minds and from a deeper perspective, each of these gaps possibly is ripe for innovative thinking and disruption, and you could possibly think of a way how it can be solved. And I'm sure your ideas will result into something very useful. Keep building on it. Obviously, it's a hackathon, so some of you will be declared winners. But apart from that, if you think if you need any support, if you need access to labs, if you need any prototyping help, thank you so much for having me. I manage the DS Center of Entrepreneurship here, and anything that we can do to facilitate your innovations, more than happy to contribute. If you have any specific questions, feel free to ask. And I guess Mr. Siddharth he will definitely have my contact. Any one of you who wants to get any question answered, or if you have anything further to discuss, I'm more than happy to engage with you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much, sir. I think that was a really amazing journey that you have been through, and the problems, especially regarding making it more human-centric. I think that is something which is a very key takeaway and a very crucial takeaway. I think all the students and the participants here should learn before they start working on the hackathon, that whatever problem you solve, I think it should solve a problem for the humans, right? So it's basically by the humans, for the humans, right? So that's the beauty of this, right? Okay, so now I think we move on to a very amazing kind of a person, and she actually has a lot of achievements in her life in the past. So let me just introduce all of you to her. So I welcome Dr. Priyanka Goyat. Hi, ma'am. And let me just give a very brief introduction about ma'am here. So Dr. Priyanka is an orthodontist and a dentofacial orthopedic kind of surgeon as well. And she also is the founder of Rejove Clinic, right? And Rejove Aligners. And yes, they are the sponsors of this hackathon, and this event, this HealthTech hackathon, is powered by Rejove Aligners, right? And yes, I think what they do is basically Rejove has two major brands. And ma'am, if I'm wrong, you can please feel free to interrupt, okay? So Rejove has two major brands, Rejove Aligners, which is a next generation kind of clear aligners for making professional and the advanced kind of orthodontic kind of treatment, right? Which is accessible to people of all the age groups, right? And yes, a little bit about the Rejove kind of clinic. So it is basically a trusted name in the healthcare sector, right? With a deep understanding and expertise in dental, skin, and hair kind of treatments as well, right? So I think, ma'am is the best kind of person here who will actually brief and introduce the brand and introduce and, share her experiences of her being an entrepreneur, being a doctor, and yes, solving problems that she had come across in her life, which can be a really, really great inspiration for all the students here, right? So ma'am, the stage is yours. We have very young, excited, bright minds here, all the school kids. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Siddharth, for your introduction. Hello, everyone. It feels so good to be amidst such young, enthusiastic innovators And I would like to thank ThinkStartup for inviting me to this HealthTech hackathon. I wish there were such hackathons when we were in school, and I must commend ThinkStartup team for doing such brilliant job igniting the spark in young innovative minds. The ongoing pandemic has brought health and wellness into forefront across the globe. The focus is now at improving the quality, accessibility, and affordability of healthcare. And the health tech is poised to be a game changer in our country. Now it is expected to to create 4 million jobs by 2030. The Indian health tech startup have even raised a record of $1.9 billion from a VC funder in 2021. In orthodontic industry, which I am a part of, technology has played a major role in its adoption in changing the way orthodontics is moving. So I have a question for all of you. I want to ask how many of you know about braces? If you can raise your hand. I think all of them have raised, yeah. So I'll show you a model. This is how a traditional braces look like. These are the metal braces. These are the ceramic braces. So back in my school, and I think all of you will agree with me that we would see these heavy metal braces. If you had to do your tooth movements, you had to put in these braces. Now, technology has made it simpler. And our efforts were to bring down solution to a problem using technology. And we came up with these. These are the aligners. These are transparent, convenient, comfortable. You can enjoy just about everything. And you can straighten your teeth, not just straighten your teeth, but also improve your function. So in dentistry, malocclusion is the third most dental problem. And not everyone is aware how the solutions can be very accessible, very convenient, painless. And I want to make small changes. I want to change. I want to create my network. I want to reach out to the community and make these aligners, my made in India aligners, accessible to people, affordable for people, and be a part of the change in the entire orthodontic industry. And so Rajova aligners is my effort to bring a solution to the problem using technology. How they say that when the wind of change blow, some people build walls while the other build windmills. So we should be the one who build the windmills. And I want to wish all of you the very best. These hackathons that you are participating in today is to generate more such solution to problems. And I look forward to the innovative ideas that I'm going to hear from all of you today.
Wow. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I believe we will have a full support from ma'am and all the guests here that you all are hearing from right now. And yes, definitely, if you all need to interact, if you all need if you all have any kind of doubts, just drop your messages in the chat box. And I think towards the end of this particular kind of session, we'll take a couple of the questions which might make sense for all the students. Right. Okay. So moving on, we have a very amazing kind of person here. She has also done a lot of things in her life, and which I'm going to introduce to all of you in just 1 minute. And yes, give me a second. Yeah. Okay. So yes. So next, I welcome Ma'am Ruby. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to the HealthTech Hackathon. And for all of you who don't know, so basically she's a very well-versed communications kind of professional and an entrepreneur with over 20 years of experience in working closely with different brands, from different brands across different verticals. So what she brings is a diverse kind of perspective, a diverse wisdom for all of you to learn. and she started the Miss Commune brand communications, which is a 360-degree, means kind of award-winning brand communications firm back in 2012. And right now, she started a very exciting venture, which is known as She at Work, right? And She at Work is basically the ecosystem partner of this HealthTech hackathon. And I think, better than me, I think ma'am would be the better individual to actually speak about She at Work and what does the venture do, what is the problem that she's trying to solve, and also share about her entrepreneurial journey and get all these young, bright, excited school kids excited about the next 2 days of an exciting hackathon, which ThinkStartup is doing, which is powered by the Rejove kind of clinic and uh, the ecosystem partner She at Work. So, ma'am, the next 7 minutes is totally yours. You are free to interact with the students.
Thanks, Siddharth. Thanks, Shivesh. And great to see Dr. Priyanka here. In fact, I've known Priyanka for over a year now, and she's one of the most passionate women entrepreneurs in the health tech space that I've seen. She's also recently got a funding. So, honestly, Shivesh, when I first met Shivesh, I think 8 or 9 years back, we all used to think entrepreneurship is something that happens with young professionals and all. And now when I look at all these youngsters, these school students who are so bright and were already thinking of ideas through hackathons and all, my God, we had 44 unicorns last year. I think in the next few years, we'll have over, I don't know how many unicorns from India, from third largest startup capital to the in the world. India will probably become the largest startup capital. And I think it will be all because of you all. So I wish that, as Dr. Priyanka said, when we were in school, I wish we had more of these hackathons and we could unleash our power of ideas. So my only request to you children is don't be bound by any specific thought processes when you're thinking. Think big, think innovative, because if we stop thinking innovatively, there will be no evolution generally everywhere. So if you think big, don't be worried whether your idea is good or bad. Just see that you're making a difference, and if your idea is good and powerful, it will be a probable winner in this hackathon, and it will really make a difference to the rest of the world. So this is just the beginning. And we hope that we can do more such hackathons with you. And remember, this is a health tech hackathon. During COVID, during the pandemic, we've seen how important healthcare is for all of us. And we've also seen that when you don't get adequate healthcare, how it affects people. We've all seen during the last wave what has happened. And that's made us more aware about the role of technology in healthcare, the role of how technology can bridge and digital technologies can bridge the divide between a physical healthcare system and all. We all did these online teleconsultations during COVID. We've been doing it. Dr. Priyanka has started these aligners, where people go home also and they can do your checkup, etc. So, when there's a necessity, there's an innovation. So right now, if you look at the figures, in the last year, we did 44 unicorns from India. Before that, there were just 18 or 19, I think so. So during the pandemic, there's so much of a success the startups gain. And that's because, when there's a necessity, you think of more ideas, and those digital ideas really helped transforming the economy and really kept the economy going in a way. So I really hope that you really work on your ideas and participate in the hackathon wholeheartedly, and participate in more such hackathons whenever they're happening. We did a youth ideathon recently with ThinkStartup, which was very successful, which even the CBSE endorsed, where a lot of students like you came forward. So please, and we are there to help you. Any queries, any questions? I would want more and more, as She at Work, I would want more and more girls to also come forward. So if so please ask your girls, all the girl students. I hope they are also joining, because we need more and more women as innovators also, and as potential entrepreneurs. So wishing you all the best. Thanks, Siddharth. Thanks, Suresh.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I think that was really insightful. And to all the students and the participants here, I hope you all took the key kind of learning points from all these special people here who are experienced into their own fields and who have actually done such great things and built things, right? So now it's your time to build things, right? To build, solve a problem that really, really, it connects with people. It solves a really kind of a pain point which the human beings have, right? So healthcare is all about humans, right? So the more human centric you make your kind of solution, I think the better it is. Okay. So now I think without further ado, let's start with the healthcare, with the health tech hackathon. And let me brief you on how this hackathon is going to proceed. What is the process flow? So that, all your doubts that you guys have been dropping in the chat box, it gets cleared right away. Okay. And for those who still will have doubts, you can please drop your doubts in the WhatsApp group. For that, the link has been shared in the chat box. Okay. So are we ready to means proceed? I want to see a thumbs up from all the participants here. Yes, we have got 145 Zoom participants here. I am expecting at least 100 plus thumbs up. 65. Okay. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. All right. So guys, I'm sharing a screen right now, and I want all of yours undivided attention here so that you guys understand that what is this hackathon all about, how it's going to proceed, and what is the schedule for all of you in the coming kind of couple of hours till the tomorrow night, right? So let me just give me a minute. I'll share a screen and then I'll start explaining to all of you students. All right. Okay. So, guys, I'm just introducing you once again. So, welcome to the ThinkStartup School of Entrepreneurship's K12 Health Tech Hackathon, which is powered by the Rejo Veliners and with the support of our ecosystem partner, She at Work. Okay. So, congratulations to all of you for registering in good numbers. And we can see that we have approximately 140 participants here with a team of approximately 5 members each. So really, really overwhelming and a really exciting, kind of enrollments and participation here, for which I would really, really love all of you to firstly clap for yourself. Okay, because this is the first step to stepping into the shoes of an entrepreneur, of a builder, of an innovator. Okay, so can we all please unmute and clap for ourselves?
Darth, let me unmute everyone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Unmute. Yeah. Done. You can ask again.
So I would request means all of you to actually please unmute your mic. And I believe you all have been unmuted. And to please give a big round of applause for yourself for participating in this great event for which a lot of students don't even get. Can we have everyone in the mute? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So the duration of this hackathon, students, is fairly going to be 2 days, starting this time, this kind of moment, and it will end by tomorrow. Okay. But most of you, have been asking in the chat box, sir, that what is the duration, what is going to happen. Your doubts will be clarified in next kind of couple of kind of minutes only. Okay. So have patience, and still, if you have doubts, just drop in the chat box. Okay. Now, let's make this session very kind of interactive. Okay. Can anyone, so I'll randomly choose one of you. Okay. And you have to explain what does this mean. The best way to predict the future is to build it or to create it. Okay, so who is that lucky chap? Let me just come to, um, I'll just give someone randomly a chance. Okay. Okay, can I go to Pranjal Agarwal?
Yes, sir.
Pranjal, so I want you to explain in a very short fashion, what does this sentence mean?
Yes, sir. So what I understand from this sentence, the best way to predict the future is to create it, is that we can't, at least now, predict the exact future, that okay, at this point in time there would be earthquake. No. But we definitely can do a fact that okay, if I build something that is useful for the society, I can safely predict that if I'm able to scale this product, if I'm able to do this for this product, I would benefit the society in a great way and predict that in the future, this particular product will be solving this particular problem efficiently.
Wow, okay. Uh, I go to Hia Paul. Hia, can you please unmute and explain what does the sentence means?
Yes, sir. To me, this sentence means that we often keep worrying about what will happen to us in future. But the best way is to get up today and start working on solving our problems so that we know what our future will be like.
Right, right. Amazing. So I think personally, I'll give you a very simple example, right? Uh, Imagine yourself 10 years back. Okay, did any one of you used to chat with each other through WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or Meet anything?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right?
So I was.
Yes, right. So there was this very ingenious kind of college chap in Harvard who actually, thought that, we human beings love to communicate. We human beings love to be in touch with each other. We human beings love to know what is going on in our lives, right? So he thought of an idea, and that idea was, fairly simple. What was the idea? It was that, why
Facebook.
not have an online platform wherein we can share, we can communicate, we can talk to each other, we can see what is going on in our lives, share pictures, right? So, he actually, that was not existent at that point in time, but he thought about it, he created the future, and right now we are ingrained in that future, which is Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, known as the Meta, right? So this is a very classic example of how to create a future, how to imagine, how to think forward, and to create something really which solves a problem, right? So that is all what you have to do. And this, since being a health tech hackathon, it is related to healthcare. And since healthcare directly affects the human beings, our species, I think it has to be human kind of centric. Okay. So let me just introduce you to the process, right? That how this hackathon is going to go forward, starting this point in time. So we started the kind of session at 4 p.m., right? And you guys are here, and thank you for that. And after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you what is the challenge actually, and we'll open the challenge to all of you. And this day itself, at the 7 o'clock, which is roughly a couple of hours after, you all will have to join for an open mentoring session by a very exciting health tech entrepreneur, Mr. Masroor Lodi. That is only going to be of fairly half an hour. Okay. And all of you will have to go through a very exciting EQ test. Can anyone say what is an EQ test? Let me see
May
who
I?
gives the right answer. Yeah,
Sir,
go ahead.
sir, it's so like IQ, we can just remove the intelligence with emotional or emotion. That is
Okay.
EQ, if I'm
Okay.
not wrong.
Emotional
Okay.
quotient.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Emotional quotient.
Entrepreneurial quotient.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll just take all these answers. Now, none of you were wrong. But in this perspective of health tech hackathon, EQ means entrepreneurial kind of quotient, which will, give you an overview and insight about, your entrepreneurial capabilities, your insights, so that you can work on those. You can know your strengths, your weaknesses, and a lot of other parameters, right? And that EQ test is going to be administered at that point in time as well, and it's mandatory for all the participants here to join that particular event. Okay, so it's going to be just after a couple of hours, starting at 7 p.m. sharp. So I would really request all of you to please book your slots, put your alarms, put your reminders, say to your parents that I have this particular very exciting open mentoring session
Sir,
with
is this
Mr.
going to be in
Masroor.
the same meeting ID and password?
We'll be sharing the link in the WhatsApp group. So if you haven't joined the WhatsApp group, you can join it. The link has been shared in the chat box. Okay. Now, moving
Sir, I'm
on.
having WhatsApp.
Uh, can you repeat? I didn't hear you.
Sir, I'm not having the WhatsApp link.
Sure. So don't worry. Just pay attention to the process right now. I'll be sharing the link at the end of the Zoom call. Okay. Perfect. So this is going to be the process for yet today and tomorrow. And after this, you all have to work in teams actually, so once this challenge kind of opens, you have to coordinate with your teams, you have to get on a call with them, you have to possibly, you have to get on a call with them, you have to build things with them, you have to do the ideation, you have to actually, sort of think on what you're going to build, what problem are you going to solve, right? You have and for obviously in the mentoring kind of session, you can also take the advice and few kind of quirks from Mr. Masroor as well, who is also going to advise you and mentor you at that point in time. Okay, so once that happens, you all are going to work in teams, and please work, do not cheat, do not use kind of unethical means of means building. I want all of you to be genuine to yourself. Okay, because unless and until you are genuine to yourself, you won't be a good entrepreneur. Okay, and once you have started, then tomorrow morning, right in the morning, 6 a.m., all of you need to actually do the first team submissions online. Okay, the submission of what your idea is, right, and what your idea is going to look like, and uh, and the way you will be doing the submission is fairly simple. We'll be sharing a link with you in the WhatsApp group, and what you all have to do is just click on the link, write your names and your details and your team details as well, and share that what is that particular kind of idea that you are working on, and the details related to that, which will be mentioned in the Google form. Okay, so you don't have
So
to
what exactly is
worry
the
about it.
topic?
I'm coming to that. Okay, so
Yeah,
first
so
let's go through the process and then I'll say you the challenge. So the challenge is the topic. Okay, I'll just come to it in a bit. So just have patience and just understand the process, because
how do you know what a team is?
let's take all this kind of queries towards the end. Let's first focus on understanding the means process. Okay, मतलब कि otherwise all the students will, they won't be able to understand. Okay, so we will handle the queries at the end of this particular kind of session for the FAQs. Okay, so tomorrow at 6 p.m. you all have to submit with a form link, which is going to be shared in the WhatsApp group. Okay, then at 8:30, at 8:30 a.m. Then at 8:30 km, you will have a very exciting open mentoring session with a very renowned angel investor, Mr. Sachin Sharma. Okay. And for those of you who had participated in the Youth Ideathon last year, must have seen him, okay, in the Delhi IIT live kind of.
Yes, sir, I've seen.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So he's going to be there
Yes, sir.
tomorrow at 8:30, and he's going to mentor you for 30 minutes means again. And I would request all the team members, whatever doubts you have, whatever kind of advice and the suggestions you need from all these experienced folks and entrepreneurs, write it down with your team members, right? So that once you have these kind of sessions, you can ask, you can get mentored, you can actually solve the roadblocks that you guys are actually uh, facing while building on your idea, while building on your product, while solving a problem. Okay, so utilize these mentoring kind of sessions, and that's why I'm repeating it, that it's very important. Okay, and after 8:30, then soon, kind of at 1 p.m., you will have to submit the final pitch deck. Okay, so what is going to be the flow of the pitch deck? Means everything will be informed to you. So you have to submit the final submission of your pitch deck of what is your idea, what is the problem that it is going to solve, right? And how does your product or the service looks like, right? And what is the target audience, that means it is going to that means it is going to cater to, who is going to use that kind of product or the service, right? So means all these basic details you have to include in the
Can I just
pitch
chip
deck.
in?
So yeah,
Can I just chip in?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Dr. Priyanka Goyat, she has a patient appointment. So boys and girls, can we just see her off? Priyanka, just a quick glimpse and then we can wave you bye for being, yeah. So thank you and good luck for your patient appointment. And thanks very much for inspiring these, the school kids who are all excited about it, right?
Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, sir. Priyanka, you're on mute. Dr. Priyanka.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Siddharth. Thank you so much, Startup. ThinkStartup. So I'm very happy to be here, and I've been smiling ever since with these kids around. And I see a lot of questions in the chat box, and I will be more than happy to reply back to them, to help kids understand, to make better choices. And I see some of them are even planning to get braces treatment done. So I would even want to, walk them through the entire how all the difference that it can make, and if they are the right candidate to do it, and if anything that I can help you with, I'm more than happy.
Oh, you have time, or should we ask Siddharth to first finish and then you want to talk about, or you have?
So I have another 4 to 5 minutes to get to my appointment.
Got it.
So if there are any questions, I'm more than happy.
Yeah,
maybe we can take it up tomorrow also, Shivesh, during the winners round, if you want.
Sure, we can take it tomorrow, right, Priyanka? We can.
Yeah, we can do a session. I was just seeing students are questioning 6 a.m. is too early, but I think that's throughout the night you can submit if you could clarify it a bit, Shivesh.
Yeah. Siddharth will clarify. Siddharth, over to you.
Thanks, Priyanka.
We can submit in night.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
We can submit in night also, right?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. All the best.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shivesh, I
Sir,
think I
we
have to
have
sign.
our online classes at 8:30.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ruby, you have some question?
I don't know. I just hope all the kids participate. Let's see what are the entries like, and any queries, we are always there.
Yeah, these are all super driven.
Yeah, just see such smart kids.
Yeah.
I think all very bright people. So all the best to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
ma'am.
Thank
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Siddharth.
Okay. So guys, see, I know that most of you have certain doubts and certain things to share which might not be aligning with your plan. Let's be patient. Let's first hear out the plan. Okay, I don't want anyone to interrupt while we are explaining this, so that all the teams here can actually understand the process of the hackathon. Okay, so just be patient for next 5 to 10 minutes and you will have everything clear in your mind. And still, if you have any doubt, drop your message in the chat box or in the WhatsApp group, and we will also take few kind of the questions here right away. Okay. So I think, sir, I would like you to explain the students means regarding the pitch deck that they are going to submit in the day 2, how the pitch deck is going to look like.
Listen, boys and girls, are you all? Can you see everyone? Siddharth, can you stop sharing the screen so that we can see?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Right. So friends, I want to see all of you. And first thing, just by show of thumbs, tell me that every team is on the WhatsApp group, the team, right? Some of you might not be there, but someone from your team should be there. Anyone who is not there, just speak. Great. So all of you are there, right? Once again, everyone is there. If anyone is not there in the WhatsApp group, please speak. Fantastic, right? So what's going to happen is 6 o'clock in the morning, you have to submit your first presentation. Everyone knows that? Understood? Right? What I'm going to do is at about 8 o'clock, I will share you a 4-pager version of PPT that you are going to share at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? So use that PPT. That PPT will have 4 pages. Headlines are there. You have to fill everything below the headline on every page. Understood?
Sir, is it a teamwork?
It's a teamwork. First of all, how many pages in the first version, 6 a.m. version?
4.
Now, when we say 6 a.m., it doesn't mean that you have to do it at 6 a.m. You can do it at 9 p.m. in the night. You can do it at 8:30 in the night. You can do it at whatever time, right? So you can submit it at any point of
Sir,
time.
I didn't understand what to do.
Sir, tomorrow.
Listen, you have to submit one solution. The problem statement is coming, but you have to submit one solution before 6 a.m. in the morning, right? And I'll send you a Google form in which you have to upload that presentation.
So that is basically our brainstorm
that
topic
can be
and
submitted
the
at
idea.
night 1 o'clock.
So basically,
So
we
that
have
can be
to
submitted at night
submit
1 o'clock.
PPT
Listen,
at the Google form.
all hands down first. All hands down. All hands down. All hands down. Down, 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 down. All hands down. Great. All hands down. Everyone. Vinayak down. Diya down. Aditya, Adya, Shwetna, Riya. All hands down. Listen, the last time to submit your first pitch is 6 a.m. in the morning. You can submit any time before that. That pitch has to submitted on a Google form. The link of that Google form will share in the WhatsApp group. Understood? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Everyone. Great. Understood. Right? So please follow the WhatsApp group where you will get. Yeah, I was on a lag. Sorry. So please follow the WhatsApp group where you will get where you will get the Google form link and submit your presentation in that. Now, once you submit your presentation, our team will review every presentation. There are about 80 teams or 85 teams registered. 85. General 85, right? Now, out of those 85 teams, we are going to review everyone. 8:30, Mr. Sachin Sharma is coming with a mentoring session, and you'll also get some sort of feedback, right? You'll also get some sort of feedback. So on your PPT deck, also put your mobile number, etc., so that we can send you feedback on WhatsApp. All right. So that's there. Once your second mentoring session is over, you have to rework with your team. You will get some advice that, okay, this is fine, this is not fine, try and rework and all that. Rework with your team and improve your solution problems.
Sir, I didn't understand from that 6 o'clock that's morning.
Yeah. So once you
so basically in the first submission we have to give a plan that what are we going to submit and what are we going to do, and at the second mentoring session Sachin sir is going to correct us on that.
No. I think you are misunderstood, right? So first of all, Siddharth, can you put everyone on mute all such that anyone who has to ask, he has to raise the.
Yes, definitely.
So 6 a.m. is your first submission. You can do anything, but that anything is with respect to the problem that Siddharth sir would share right now. Okay?
Sir.
Diptesh? No.
Excuse me, sir.
If anyone has to speak, raise your hand and I'll come back to you. But first, let me complete. If you stop me in between, then we are not moving forward.
Sorry, sir.
All right. Okay. Is 6 a.m. submission understood by everyone? Show of thumbs.
Yes, no, sir.
Who said no?
Sir, Ranjan.
Ranjan, बोलिए क्या समझना है?
Sir, I did not understand. 6 a.m. is deadline, or after 6 a.m. we will be able to submit?
Before 6 a.m.
Today also we can submit, no?
You can submit today also.
Okay, sir.
And so we have to submit it before 6 a.m. and it's like, what are we going to do? We have to submit that, right?
With I
So,
will.
sir, the 6 a.m. is the deadline.
So what do we have to submit?
So we have to make a PPT or Google.
A PPT or a Google slide, anything is fine, but you will have to submit it on, upload it on a Google form.
So
Okay.
what will we submit
Okay, sir.
and what will be in that PPT we make?
Siddharth, first, why don't you share the problem statement, then we take this forward, because otherwise
Yeah, yeah. Definitely. I think we should do that. So, students, see, I'll just say, okay, one request: don't speak while we are explaining things. If you have any doubts, write it down. We will come back to you. Okay, we will handle each and every doubts that you have. But please don't interrupt while we are speaking. Otherwise, the flow it breaks, and the other students here are not able to understand. Okay, so I would request all of you to please don't speak. Try not to speak. Please put yourself on the mute. Write down whatever doubts you have, and we are going to explain what is the problem that you are going to solve, what is the challenge here of the hackathon, right? And we are going to also summarize that what is the process flow of the deadlines. Okay, so don't stress about it. We will repeat this at the end, plus, but please do not interrupt. Okay, perfect. So let me share back the screen, and let me explain it to you. And please do not interrupt. Okay, please, it's a request. Okay, so let me just review this once, and then I come to the challenge. Okay, so I'm just reviewing it in a very kind of quick fashion. After this Zoom call ends, and after the challenge has been announced to you in this Zoom call, okay, the challenge is open for your team and for you yourself to work on. So after this, you will regroup with your team, you will plan the timings with your team, you will talk to them, you will build on things, right? You will go through the ideation, that what is the problem that you are going to solve, right? How are you going to solve it? Who is going to use that kind of problem? What that problem is actually applicable to, what kind of crowd, how big that kind of a crowd is, right? So it means everything. I think sir is going to share a format of the 4-page slide. It can be a presentation, it can be a PPT, it can be a Google slide. 4-page. That sir is going to share within next kind of, I think 3-4 hours. Okay, so you will have the format. So whatever discussions that you will be having with your team members, whatever kind of problem that you will be actually, structuring it down, you have to just share about that problem as per the format which will be shared with you in that 4-page template. Okay, and you can share it in the form of a PPT, you can build it in the form of a Google slide, it does not matter. Now, in the night, in the WhatsApp group, you will be shared, so a Google form will be shared with all of you, wherein you need to click and you need to upload those presentations. Okay, the deadline to submit those presentations is in the morning, 6 a.m. So if any time wants to work even overnight, they can all, you guys can also work means overnight and submit maximum by 6 a.m. in the morning. If a team has completed within, say, 3-4 hours, it's good. You can also do it by, say, 1 o'clock in the night, or you can also do it by 10:30 in the night. But the maximum deadline is 6 a.m. I hope this is clear now. Okay, but this is not the end. This is not the final kind of submission. This is just the submission for us to review that what you all are working on, so that we can give a feedback to all of you, and even our mentors, right? Mr. Masroor, and tomorrow our angel investor, Mr. kind of Sachin. He's then going to give you a certain, he's first going to mentor you, and then you guys are also going to get a brief feedback about certain kind of ideas that you all are working on, so that based on the feedback, based on the first kind of 4-page kind of submission that you guys have done, based on the feedback, you guys can then improve your idea, right? You guys can improve your idea, you can do some fine tuning, you can then discuss with the team that how are you going to make that idea better, and what are you kind of, what have you not thought of, what are the aspects that you are actually not working on, which you really need to work on, right? So that is why the feedback kind of session is meant. Okay. After that, 1 p.m., which is noon, which is basically afternoon, you have to then submit the final pitch deck. Okay, you have to submit the final. Okay, so tomorrow at 1 p.m., you have to submit the final pitch deck. Now, that is the pitch deck on the basis of which the team members will be judged upon. Your idea will be judged upon. Your kind of the idea and what is the problem it's trying to solve. What is the implementability of the idea? How practical it is, and how big the idea is, how big the problem it is trying to solve. We'll be judging on various parameters, and on the basis of the final pitch deck, which you will be submitting in the late afternoon, 1 p.m., that is going to be the basis for the judges to actually see who is going to win, who is the top 5 or top 6. Okay. Then after that, just after that, at 2:15, just after lunch, okay, we have an open feedback session with your parents and the teachers. So whoever is your mentor, whoever is your dearest kind of teacher in your school who is helping you in this or guiding you in this, or your mom and dad, whoever is available, it's going to be, so today is Friday, right? So it's going to be a Saturday. So I think most of the people will be available. So I would request all of you to please inform your parents that tomorrow at 2:15, just after lunch, they have to join a Zoom kind of session here. We'll be sharing all the links in the WhatsApp group. You don't have to worry about that. All the parents have to come there, and we'll be having a quick interaction and a feedback kind of session with all the parents and the teachers there. Okay, so all of you, all the team members have to do what? Have to inform your parents and your teachers right away after the Zoom call that tomorrow at 2:15, just after lunch, they have to join the Zoom call for a very exciting interactive round with all the people and the organizers, and also a feedback kind of session for all the parents and the teachers. Okay, and we will be also be I believe matlab sharing your means EQ results as well then. Okay, so it is very important for the parents and the teachers and you all also to come there. Okay, then at 3 p.m. tomorrow, the final announcement of the final 6 pitches will be done. Okay, based on what? Based on the final pitch that you have submitted at 1 p.m. Based on that, by 3 p.m., the announcement of the final 6 will be done. And then, after that, we will be having a pitching round, and then the awards will be distributed, which I'll just explain in a bit. Okay, so this is the flow, and this flow will be shared in the WhatsApp group, so you don't have to remember or write it down me's anywhere. We'll be sharing this flow in the WhatsApp group. Okay, now the awards is sponsored by Rejo Aligners, and all of you will get a certificate of participation provided you participate towards the end of this hackathon. If anyone leaves in between, then they don't get the certificate of participation. Okay, so all of you will get the certificate of participation. You have to work hard, you have to work in teams, and all of you will get that. There is a special certificate for the top 6, right? So it'll have a special mention, that is a kind of advanced recognition certificate for the top 6 participants of this hackathon. And the special I think prizes which are here. The top 3 will get I think a cash prize. I think there is a golden, a silver, and a bronze, right? So the top 3, I think the golden is going to get a cash prize of 10,000 rupees. The silver is going to get a cash prize of 6,000 rupees, and the bronze is going to get a cash prize of 4,000 rupees. Okay, I mean, I'm just sharing it so that you all stay motivated, but don't focus here. Okay, focus on the challenge which I'm going to share in the next slide. Okay, the best design. So irrespective of whether that particular idea has come to the top 6 or come or has come to the top 3 does not matter. The best design of that product, whichever idea they means they get a cash prize of 5,000 rupees. And the 2 most popular idea. Okay, now I know that you guys will be asking that, sir, how will you choose the most popular idea? We will come to that. Okay, so please don't ask that. We will clarify that. So the 2 most popular idea will get a cash prize of roughly around 2,000 to 3,000 rupees. Okay, depending on whichever idea is better in different aspects. Okay. Now, the most important slide, and I want all of you to pay the attention here, that this is the challenge of this HealthTech hackathon. This is the challenge. This is what you all need to work in teams on. Okay, so can I see a thumbs up? Can I see a thumbs up so that I know that you all are here?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now please stay on mute and let me please explain this. Okay. So the challenge is very, very simple and very exciting. Okay. What is the challenge? To design a dental health kind of product. Okay. What does that mean? We all use toothbrush, right? We all use the toothpaste. So there are different brands out there. Okay. And some of you might also be aware of various new eco-friendly brands which are upcoming, which are even better for our health and for for our gums and teeth, right? It can also be a digital kind of
There are bamboo brush.
Yeah, so please be on mute. I have not asked anything. Okay, hold your thoughts. You will get a chance to speak. Yeah, so bamboo, yes, right? So that means that is also one very innovative idea which was recently featured in Shark Tank India as well, right? So or you can also come up with a digital kind of a product as well. It can be anything, but it has to be related to dental health. मतलब दांतों का स्वास्थ्य, दांतों का health. ठीक है? So any problem which people face related to their dental health, related to their dental well-being, you can solve that. Whether it's a service, whether it's a product in the form of a toothbrush or in the form of a device or a digital kind of a product, it can be anything. Okay, that means innovation and the creativity is totally yours and for your team to kind of judge. There is no barriers here. I'll give you the chance to speak. Just means be on mute. Okay, just write your doubts somewhere in a piece of the.
Sir, you are muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did you hear what did I speak regarding the?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Sir,
please
please
repeat
repeat.
again.
No,
Sir,
sir,
is
please
it
repeat
mandatory to
that
make a
you have
prototype?
told now.
So even if you don't make a prototype, at least you have to have a brief, rough kind of sketch or the idea of how the prototype is going to look like.
Okay, sir.
But if you can make a prototype, then that says that your team has really invested and utilized every minute of your time, and that team will get additional kind of the credits and the points as well, right? But if you can't for some reason, at least have a rough sketch of how your prototype is going to look like, what is the size, what is the weight, what and how it's going to work, what are the components, right? It can be, you have to detail it out. Okay, and what is the criteria for the judges to actually choose that which idea is going to win? It's mentioned here in the screen. The first criteria is fairly simple: the impact of the solution in terms of size and scale of problem. Now, what does this mean, guys? It means something very simple, that what is the size of the problem it's going to solve. Now, I'll just give you a very simple example. Okay, human beings were once upon a time, we were kind of early men. We did not know how to brush our teeth, how to we were just like human beings at a very nascent stage. Now maybe one of them, they thought that we have been eating and our mouth has been smelling and our teeth actually has gone for a toss, the dental health and all. So they thought of, chewing the bamboo or chewing some kind of a, like a sugar cane or something to actually clean the teeth. So that was the first way of cleaning the teeth. The toothbrush was not there. Okay, so with the
Siddharth, can I
evolution
come in?
over a period of time, yeah, go ahead, sir.
Sir, can I ask a doubt?
You can, but I think let's give the chance to sir to speak and explain this particular criteria, and then I think we'll take your doubts.
Okay, what's the criteria, Siddharth?
The impact of the solution in terms of size and scale of the problem.
Listen, boys and girls, don't bother too much about, see, what is important. First of all, you have to design a dental health product. It could be anything. It could be a digital health. It could be sustainable. It could be a mold. It could be anything that you think is the problem in your mind. We don't want to limit any kind of imagination for you, right? So that's point number one. Point number two is when you present anything, we will look at two things. Impact means the size and the scale of the problem that you're trying to solve, right? So for example, someone says that I want to solve the problem of dental cavity, right? And if you think that dental cavity is the biggest problem in India and you're trying to solve it, I think you score high on impact. Second is the quality of proposed solution in terms of three factors: design, right? So design is in terms of whether design can take, whether it's the right design, good design, bad design, etc. Second is implementability. I can have the best design, but it can be most unimplementable design, which means that on the implementation, we will give you a lower score. And third is viability. Can you do this, right? So essentially, these are the factors that we are going to look at, right? Think of problems which could be big problems. A lot of people are affected by those problems. Get into the detail of solution, come up with good designs, and we are going to evaluate your design in terms of its implementability and viability, right? And there could be other factors that we might yet look at, but broadly, scale, implementability, and viability, and the quality of design, of course, right? So these are the factors that we're going to look at. Make sense?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay.
Doubt.
Yeah, please
Okay,
ask.
so let's start so right now let's do
Listen,
one thing.
Siddharth, also let people know that the cutoff time are important and people should go back to their team. And if you have doubts, can we look at the chat box and look at all the doubts that needs to be addressed?
Yeah.
In the previous slide, you told that the popularity of the project will also matter. So, but we have to make an idea till tomorrow at 6 a.m. So how will it be popular?
No, see, I'll tell you, don't think about the popular idea right now. Okay, we'll be explaining it to you, but don't think about that. For this criteria, for your final pitch, popularity is not
Can I
mentioned
explain,
here,
Siddharth?
right?
Let's spell that out. Okay, so can you see this page? All of you, this page?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a screenshot first.
Sir, I have taken.
Yes,
Great.
sir. I can see, sir. I have also taken.
Fantastic. Now put it on the WhatsApp group for everyone to see. Okay. Now, Siddharth, can you go one screen back?
Sure.
One screen, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Disha and Kasturi figure out the meaning of implementation and viability. Implementability means, can it actually work? How easy or difficult it is to implement. Now I'm coming back to all the prizes which are here, except for the last line. All the prizes here will depend on the screenshot that you took, right? So the first, second, third prize, best design, best user design, all that will depend on the quality of idea, the scale, implementability, etc., etc. Now, most popular is a different award, and we are going to talk about that award tomorrow morning, 8:30, when Sachin Sharma will be there. All right? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Boys and girls. Understood?
No doubt I have.
Yes, sir.
8:30 we have our online class and we have to go to our school. Then how will we able to attend the webinar?
Which one? Tell me again. You have a school tomorrow morning?
I have a school. I have to go to school from 8:30 to 2.
But everyone in your team, or
Yes, sir. Everyone in our team.
it's difficult. Listen.
Yes.
So try and complete your listen. Try and complete your. Listen, if we are speaking, then just hold on for a while. We will otherwise, we can never finish off our sentences, right? So listen, if you have school, I think you will have to finish off everything by 6 a.m. right? You're going to miss the second part of it. Now, watch out at the WhatsApp group. We'll try and answer your popular idea stuff by morning. But right now, we don't want to answer it.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Actually, there's a 2-minute video to be recorded, sir. So should we do your voiceover over the presentation or a whole singular video?
It could be anything. Your take. We don't want to limit your imagination.
So can I ask?
Yeah, please.
Sir, actually, I wanted to know the early morning 6:30 by 6:30 we have to submit. You said right, sir.
6 o'clock, not 6:30.
Okay, yes, sir. By 6 o'clock. Just like what we are going to do and all those in a 4-page presentation. So that if that is a presentation, and if we make a prototype for the main submission, we don't need to make a presentation, sir.
No, don't get confused. There are 2 presentations to be done, 3 submissions to be done. First presentation you have to submit at 6 o'clock. Basis your 6 o'clock presentation, we will give you a small feedback. You might try to improvise your presentation when you do the second submission by 1 o'clock, right? And in parallel, you also have to submit a 2-minute video.
2-minute video of the final pitch, sir.
Yes.
Final present. Okay, sir. So the final presentation will be both live and also a 2-minute video.
Yes, a pitch deck, a presentation, and a 2-minute video.
Sir, and so we don't need to make a prototype.
We love prototypes, right? If you show prototype, you will always get higher score on design.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Any other question?
Sir, I have doubt.
No.
The WhatsApp group.
First, Siddharth, can you stop the screen, or you want to come to the last page? Or no? Okay.
I have a doubt.
Yeah. All the people who have doubt, one by one, and then your hand goes down. Swarnim first, then Samrid.
Yes, sir. So, sir, as we have you told that we have to submit our presentation before 6. So, I wanted to ask that every member of the team have to submit or only
team
one?
presentation. Team presentation. Only one presentation per team.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Done. Hands down, Swarnim. Yeah. Okay, Vignesh.
Sir, will you please share the PPT?
The format of PPT, we'll put it on the WhatsApp group.
No, sir, the PPT that you were presenting now.
Yeah, that Siddharth sir will share right now after the session. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah, Vignesh.
Sir, at what time does submission of the first PPT start? Means can we submit?
Anytime. You can do it right now.
Okay. Sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hands down. Bhavan.
Sir, sorry, sir, by mistake, I had a doubt.
Rashi Sharma.
No, sir, I cleared my doubt.
Okay. Rudranil. Vignesh, can you put your hand down? Rudranil. Naga Falguni. Okay. Hardik. Hi, how are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. Your question.
So the cash prize will be for the complete team or for one individual?
Team. It's all team. Okay, it's a team event. Okay. Kavni Bengali. Yeah. Kavni.
Sir, actually, I wanted to ask whether if you could send us a prototype for all the
both the pitches, that is the video and the four slides wala PPT.
You want what? A
Or
format?
like a prototype format type. So we know
Okay.
what information to add.
Yeah. We'll first start brainstorming. By about first mentoring session, we'll have the deck. We'll send the prototype. Okay. Format.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Diptesh. Okay. Ananya.
Sir, I want to, sir.
हाँ बोलो दीप्तेश।
सर मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ कि सर सुबह 6 बजे तक एक प्रेजेंटेशन को अपलोड करना है, उसके बाद क्या आप रिपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, और कब टाइम अपलोड करना है और क्या?
नहीं 6 बजे अगर आपने मिस किया तो देन यू डोंट गेट एनी चांस।
ये सर 6 बजे तो हम लोग अल्टीमेटली कर लेंगे, उसके बाद
क्या होगा कि हम आपको व्हाट्सएप पे कुछ मैसेज देके उस प्रेजेंटेशन को पढ़ के कुछ आपको एडवाइस करेंगे। ये आपकी इच्छा है कि उस पे आप काम करें या ना करें, देन आपको 1 बजे तक दूसरा प्रेजेंटेशन देना है
फाइनल।
हाँ सर
ठीक। ओके अनन्या,
और सर प्रोटोटाइप अगर हम बनाएंगे तो उसको कब दिखाएंगे?
आप उसको बना करके 1 बजे वाले प्रेजेंटेशन में आप दिखा दो, वीडियो में दिखा दो, जो भी दिखाना दिखा देना उस समय।
ओके सर।
अनन्या।
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask that how many pages should be in our PPT?
6 o'clock 4 pages, 1 o'clock 5 pages.
Okay, sir.
Mo Hussain Sayyad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mo, please go ahead.
So what do you mean by prototype? I didn't understand you correctly. What do you mean by prototype?
Can you check the meaning of prototype on internet? Prototype is a small model.
So we can make it by a cardboard or something?
Yes, I'm fine with your cardboard prototype also. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir. Okay.
Aryan.
Sir, even if we have an idea, it might not be the original one, but it will be an affordable one. So that is liable, right? Like that's okay, right?
We'll consider, but if your idea is a straight copy and paste, we'll know. Okay. Originality, it cannot be. Aryan Nair, over to you.
Yes, actually, tomorrow you told us that there's an mentoring session tomorrow.
8:30.
So what is the duration of the session?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
I have my PTM tomorrow, parents teachers meet.
30
8:45.
minutes. Yeah, just try and manage.
Okay.
We'll also it will be live on YouTube, so you can watch it even later, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Kritika.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, it is necessary that every participant of the group has to come in the video.
Your take, Kritika. Your choice. Adarsh Nair.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good evening, sir. I had doubt. Does the prototype has to be functional?
It depends. We are okay with non-functional also. But if you make functional prototype, which means that you have put in a lot of effort, we'll give higher weightage to you.
Okay, sir. And the second doubt, the video, when should that be sent?
1 o'clock is the cutoff time.
Sir, the video also.
Yes.
Sir, can I put the video inside the presentation?
No. Two are separate stuff.
Okay, sir.
Priyansh Singh, please don't come in between.
Send all the PPTs and the video.
Priyansh Singh first.
Yes, sir. सर मेरा डाउट ये है कि तो अगर हम टॉपिक के ऊपर ही सर बना सकते हैं कि कोई और चैलेंज भी हम यूज कर सकते हैं सर टॉपिक?
नहीं, टॉपिक जो दिया है डेंटल उसी पे होगा, किसी और चीज पे होगा तो नंबर नहीं मिलेगा. You can't make it a space challenge.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Manav Patel.
Dangerous, Tawai.
Yes, sir. We can make the video and add it in the PPT only, or
No answer. I've already answered you. It's two separate submission. Moksh. Moksh Chedda. Hi. Okay. Ginal.
Yes, sir. So my doubt is, can we add more slides than 5 in our presentation?
5. Mohammad Anas.
Huh?
Sir, this is compulsory
बोल
to
तो क्या मन कर करता है
PPT all 5 pages.
मोहम्मद
Yeah, it is
ठीक से बोलो,
optional.
साफ साफ बोलो, आवाज नहीं आ रही। मोहम्मद अनास।
सर क्या ये कंपल्सरी है कि हमें जो पीपीटी है हमारा वो 4 पेजेस में ही डालना है या फिर हम 1-2 पेजेस में भी डाल सकते हैं?
आप लोग 4 मैक्सिमम 4
ओके सर।
राइट।
बात करते हो दीपक के साथ
दिशा कस्तूरी
कॉन्टेस्ट अवेलेबल है
Sir, how many ideas can we submit?
only 1.
Okay, sir.
Right. Ayush.
Yes, sir. In the video, what should be done? The thing we have been in the PTP, that thing we have to elaborate in and be in the video.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes. Bhavan.
Yes, sir. Sir, my doubt is that in the morning 6 o'clock uploading one, do we need to upload the video also or
No.
only the PPT?
No. Otherwise, we would have said, right?
Only the PPT, sir.
Yes.
Sir, and what 3D model it should be uploaded at the 1 o'clock or the 6 o'clock one?
Sorry?
The 3D model, sir.
It's your choice whether you want to put it at 6 o'clock or 1 o'clock. It does not matter. You know.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bhumika. Okay, Prachi.
Sir, I have 3 doubts. First is that we can send all the the PPT and the video at before 6 and together, or we have to send it at the time you said.
Before.
And sir, the second doubt I had that we all cannot be with each other. So can we add the videos of I can record the part I have to say and then we'll edit it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the last question, sir, if we are making any dental idea, then it will not be copied, right?
See, anything that you put on video can be copied for world. They can see. If you think that your idea is so great, it cannot, and you don't want it to be copied, then don't participate.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Avula.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the 3D model should be, how should we submit, sir? If you want, we can keep it in PPT or we can show different.
If you have a 3D model, I would, if I were you, I can make a quick video on that.
Video, okay. Sure, or we can put on a PPT also, sir.
PPT में 3D दिखता नहीं है, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Vibhor.
Yes, sir. So if like it's a coincidence, like, so me and another group has the same project, not the same project, but the same idea or theme. So how will the points be distributed then?
We will figure out. Don't worry. Okay, don't bother about that. That's our challenge, not your challenge. Ashutosh.
Yes. So in the videos, does one student need to explain the project, or we have to make
your choice?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bhumika.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So in this project, we have to create a toothpaste brand, or what we have to do, sir?
You have to come up with any idea which is dental related idea. It can be toothpaste, it can be brush, it can be tongue cleaner, it can be a digital dental app, it could be sustainable thing, it could be anything, it can be a cavity, it could be whatever, right? Aligners, whatever you think, right? You can create a dental beauty powder, whatever you want to think, right? You can do anything, your choice. I don't want to limit your thoughts.
Then how then 3D model is created, sir?
It depends, right, Bhumika? It depends on your idea. If your idea does not require 3D model, then don't make. If your idea requires 3D model, then make.
Sir?
Yeah.
So it's a teamwork, no, sir?
Listen, one by one. Eva.
So are we allowed to make a working model?
Of course, working model will have a higher weightage, right? But not everyone can make working models. So we are
okay, sir.
We are pragmatic about it. Swarnim.
Yes, sir. So, like the product we are making the prototype. So, can we also name it on our own? Means any company
I
name
love
on
it.
our own.
I would love it.
Okay, sir. And I also had to ask that like in that video we have to explain that what is a product, how it is made, and what it contains. That helps.
You have 2 minutes and you make your best judgment what you want to tell us.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Any other question? Adarsh.
Yes, sir. My question was, are we going to present it or should we just send it?
Means what?
Sir, the PPT, should I like present it?
No, 6 a.m. No one is making any presentation. Everything is being sent till 1 p.m. After that, we will select top 6 teams. 3 o'clock, there will be presentation of top 6 teams.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right, boys and girls.
सर
पूछिए.
सर ये टॉप 6 टीम्स का जो आप रिजल्ट निकालेंगे वो टाइम कौन सा है वो आप बोल सकते हैं?
3 बजे.
ओके सर.
Moksh.
Sir, Moksh is in school. On behalf of him, I just wanted to know, is it only related to dental or any other?
Dental.
Okay.
Sir?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Is it in the teamwork now, sir?
Can't hear you, Pratna. Can you speak clearly? Yeah.
Sir?
Yeah.
Is in teamwork now, sir?
Teamwork. Work
Sir,
as a team.
We have to prepare one PPT now, sir?
Yeah, one team, one PPT.
Yeah, sir. My friend
One team, one PPT, one video.
Ma'am, sir, my friend told we have to create 2 PPTs.
No, they have not understood.
Okay.
One team, one PPT. Ranjan.
Sir, can we leave now, please?
Of course.
Thank you, sir.
सर और एक बात, ये जो सर प्रोटोटाइप जो हम बनाएंगे वो सब आप बोल सकते हैं, मतलब क्या क्या प्रोटोटाइप की, जैसे टंग क्लीनर, टूथब्रश और क्या?
ये आपकी इच्छा है, मैं नहीं बताने वाला.
मतलब टूथ को ऊपर ही ना, कि टूथ कैविटी वगैरह.
अब दीप्तेश दोबारा एक बार सेम सवाल पूछा तो फिर टीम के बाहर कर. We have said it's all dental. It's all dental. It's not mental.
Yeah.
ओके सर, मैं ट्राई करूंगा आपका दांत को ठीक करने के लिए.
हाँ जल्दी करो यार, बहुत टूट गया है, बुढ़ा हो गया हूँ मैं.
हाँ सर.
Okay.
Bye sir, have a great day sir.
Bye.
Thank you sir.
Bye sir.
Take care.
Bye, very much, sir.
Bye sir, thank you sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye sir.